later, and also organizing shippers, that he deserves to become a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. He's represented by one of the top men here from Nigerian Shippers Council, and also the chairman of CILT Lagos branch. So please, you will give this to the ES on our behalf. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. That award is for the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Shippers Council. The next award, I think is a name I cannot call alone. So I'll invite the MC to please join me. And I don't know which voice you prefer. Do you prefer the MC's voice or my voice? If you're in support of my voice, say aye. If you're in support of our own voice, say aye. The nays have it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, it is my honor to please welcome the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, OFR. Please, a round of applause. Keep it coming. A man who has set the pace, exemplary leadership consistently since assumption of office.
So this one is so huge, it's bigger than me. And I'm inviting the Deputy National President, Dr. Ali Aminu, Yusuf Aminu, please. Was the Oga of the NITT in Zaria, and now the Deputy President of CILT. So we have had years of collaboration with the Nigerian Army. Years, I mean decades of collaboration. We do trainings along with NACOM over time, and it has been a very useful relationship. Yes, they are the logisticians. Imagine having to move men and material in peacetime and in wartime. So the commandant is here of NACOM, and all these years that we have had this relationship, it is something that we cherish, and we appreciate you very much for the encouragement you have been giving for the trainees who graduate in NACOM and also graduate as members of CILT. Those ones are not honorary. They take exams, they take the courses, they take the exams and qualify. So it is part of their qualification as they come out from NACOM. So we appreciate and cherish and want to continue to deepen that relationship. And to you as a person, sir, for your encouragement. We are very happy, the Council of Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, to award you, first of all, confer you with the high position of a Chartered Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport.
There's another one. There's another one.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for the national president. She has done excellently well.
All right, thank you very much. Please, let's appreciate Dr. Emmanuel Nwodi. Thank you. Would like to recognize the MD of FEMA, Engineer Emeka. We're told he's here. Thank you so much for joining us. And congratulations to all the awardees and the newly conferred Chartered Fellows. Congratulations. Please, a round of applause for them. All right, moving on. The next speaker for the presentation of the Book of Proceedings is someone who has, during his tenure as co-marshal of the FRSC, he set innovative, changes for the core. Please put your hands together for Dr. Boboye Oyeyemi, OFR, FCILT. He's one man I feel intimidated, standing beside, his height and his voice.
The special guest of honor, the Chief of Defense Staff, the International President, the National Presidency CILT, Madam, well done so far. Let me also recognize the National President of the Chartered Institute of Transport Administration and stand on the other protocols because of time. I'm spending a few minutes here is just for the record of proceedings presentation for last year. First, let me commend Professor Yeshiko for his outstanding contribution to the Institute. My chairman, can you please just stand up for recognition? Professor Kayode Oyeshiku, teachers of teachers. He just retired as a teacher, but he's not tired. He has made a lot of contribution to the Institute, and also he has presented a lot. For last year, we had about 12 presentations and 23 authors. And it was a 2-day conference in Lagos. And they all centered on the summary has to do with the intermodal transportation system. And like Dr. Banjo said, there's no way you want to talk about intermodal. You must talk about the road, the rail, the air, and the water, and pipelines. But pipelines is being downplayed. The pipeline system in Nigeria has failed now. So like he said, the pressure is so much on the road, 90% of the movement. So we had 12 papers that dwells on urban transportation and sustainability, trade and economic policies, workforce development and innovation in transportation, shipping and risk management, intermodal transport infrastructure, historical perspectives in urban transport, military logistics, like they said, the military started this all. And now we are not talking about the chain management, disaster resilience in transportation, gender and participation in air cargo, transport infrastructure finance, intermodal systems in African cities, geographical impacts of urban change in traffic. There are co-authors in this presentation. That's why we had 12 papers and 23 authors. And they all dwell, the summary, like I said, has to be the fundamentals on the intermodal transportation system. And it covers all these modes of transportation. Well-researched papers, and is good as a research materials. I was discussing with some of my colleagues there that is a material when I went through some of them that is a good reference. And I recommend it, that everybody should try and get a copy. Because of time, I don't want to go into the details of each. I hereby present the proceedings of the Chartered of Logistics and Transport 2023 conference held in Lagos to the public. And I respectfully invite the National President to lead the Chief of Defense Staff, the Special Guest of Honor, to unveil the books, as well as the International President, the representative of the President Court of Appeal, the President of the Church Cilt, Prince Shegun, please. To place for the Special Guest of Honor to unveil the record of proceedings for 2023, please. Let's put our hands together for them. Job is done.
Thank you. All right, let's put our hands together for Dr. Boboye Oyeyemi, OFR. All right. Oh, so sorry, sir. The Corps Marshal himself, he has to be safe. While the presentation there, the unveiling, it's ongoing, we'd like to call on our special guest of honor for today for his address and to declare this conference open. Thank you very much. And with your kind permission, our special guest of honor would like to invite you to the podium, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, OFR, for his address and to declare this conference open. Please, a round of applause for him.
Thank you very much. You know, as the fathers of logistics, everywhere we go complete. So that's why we always carry our packages wherever we are. The Honorable President, Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Monica Dombam, ably represented. Madam President, the Global President, Igwe Emeka Tete. He hails from Onitsha. Invited guests, please permit me to already stand on the already established protocols. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be here. It is with great pleasure that I express my delight to this unique gathering of distinguished logistics professionals of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport on its 2024 annual conference. This occasion presents me with an opportunity to commend you for your achievement and selfless service to the good people of Nigeria, and indeed the entire world. As the Chief of Defense Staff, I'm accurately aware of the critical role that efficient transportation and logistics play in the progress and development of any nation. Nigeria's growth and prosperity depend greatly on its ability to move around its goods swiftly and securely from one point to another, and to do so with precision and effectiveness. The theme of this conference, Transforming Nigeria's Transportation and Logistics System for Development, underscores the immense opportunities and challenges that lies ahead for us as we work towards modernizing and enhancing our transportation and logistics system. As we navigate these uncharted waters, it is imperative that we come together, share knowledge and best practices, and collaborate on innovative solutions that will propel Nigeria forward. The candid contributions of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport to the attainment of Nigeria's sustainable development objective is immeasurable. Your collective efforts have significantly enhanced Nigeria's supply chain efficiently, boosted economic competitiveness, and fostered global connectivity. Nonetheless, there is still the need to continue to promote sustainable practices, ecological stewardship, and other social responsibilities. It is also essential you prioritize enhancing capacity building and professional development, as well as youth empowerment, which are key to sustainable development. Most importantly, the emerging challenges in the socio-economic sphere of life gives credence to the facts that your professional expertise will always be required for any meaningful, positive development. It is therefore my belief that this conference will provide a much needed avenue for members of the Institute to interact with other experts, partners, and stakeholders with a view to coming up with relevant objectives and initiatives that will bring about the much renewed hope and desired development. As you convene to share expertise and forge strategic partnership, it is critical that digitalization and other technology-driven options are adopted while cultivating a culture of excellence, integrity, and customer centricity, which are key and very, very important. Let me use this opportunity to humbly express my sincere appreciation to the Chartered Institute of Transport and Logistics for the prestigious honor bestowed upon myself and the honorary fellowship of the Institute, including those for the other awardees. This recognition from your esteemed organization is a further testament to your determination in strengthening the ties between the Nigerian Armed Forces and the transport and logistics industry. The military remains committed to the aims and objectives of the Institute and will continue to render necessary support wherever necessary and wherever required. Transportation and logistics, these are key enablers for the armed forces, without which we will not be able to perform our task. And so we take it very, very seriously. Please let me use this opportunity to appreciate from within the former Corps Commander Signals, Major General Umo. Thank you very much, sir. For me standing here, these are the people that made us what we are today. They were the ones that taught us to where we are today. Also, I have the former Corps Commander Ordnance, Major General A.M. Dauda, who is also my senior that is here. I have my classmates, the former Corps Commander, Supply and Transport. You know, the Army always gets everything. Supply and Transport, he was in the Ordnance, and the Ordnance are the ones that actually buy stuff and store. They don't distribute. Supply and Transport, S&T, are the ones that actually convey, transport these things across wherever we are. And that's the Major General B. and Salami is here. We also have the Commandant, Nigerian Army College of Logistics, Major General Etuk, that is also here. And all the other very senior officers that are here. To tell you, for the armed forces, logistics is critical. And that's why most times you find that we say it's a war of logistics. Everything we're doing, once the logistics support is not there, you are not going to achieve anything. And being an infantryman, we are the ones that are the foot soldiers that go ahead. So we rely on them to supply us wherever we are. But then we also have to learn to live on our own when they can't get to us, because the enemy is always watching out for them to deny them bringing logistics to us. So that is the correlation together. So I want to thank everybody for your contribution and for what we do. And from the guest lecturer, thank you very much for bringing out all those facts. You know, sitting down there, I listened to what you were saying, and I really feel very pained. Well, probably because I'm the uniform, so there are so many things I cannot say. But the truth about it is that I think we need to do more. I had the privilege of being in China during my strategic course in 2012, 2013. China with a landmass 10 times the size of Nigeria, population almost 12 times the size of Nigeria. But they are moving. Logistics is moving. They have their train service. I took the bullet train, 300 kilometers per hour. Travel from Beijing to Guangzhou, 2,400 kilometers in 8 hours. Comfortable. You have the subway system. You have the bus system that is working. So I don't know what complaint do we have. We're just 900 and something thousand square kilometer size. And yet we can't seem not to get these things right. I was sitting down there, somebody forwarded a picture of Kaduna Abuja Express, the road. And I felt extremely very bad. There's so much we can do. There's so much we're doing, but I think we can also do better. So I want to thank you all for this opportunity to be here, and I appreciate every one of us here. Together, we can drive Nigeria's transportation and logistics system toward greater heights for the well-being of all Nigerians. Again, on security aspects, please, I want to appeal that Nigeria is going through so much. The challenges we're facing requires all society approach. It is not the challenge for the armed forces. It's not the challenge for the police or security forces. It is everybody's responsibility. And I also want to call all Nigerians to take ownership of these challenges and say, look, no to acts of criminality, no to banditry, no to terrorism. And it is only when we do that that we can move forward. The armed forces can only do so much. I always want to state that clearly. We can only do so much. The kinetic effort will only give you 30%. 70% is non-kinetic. Good governance, fairness, justice, equity, professionalism in all we do. And I want to appeal that while transporting issues, while transporting things across the country, we should be mindful of the items we are carrying. Sometimes unknowingly, we're also propagating this insecurity by conveying these items across the continent, across the country. So it's always important. I was the theater commander in Maiduguri for about 19 months. I had the privilege of partnering with the transport system people, and they helped us a lot. Because when they see something and they think something is wrong, they always want to find out, what are you carrying? And we're able to identify drugs. We're able to identify people carrying ammunition across, carrying illegal weapons and all these things. So it needs all of us working together in order for us to succeed. Finally, I want to express my profound gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his commitment and support to the Armed Forces of Nigeria in our quest to fulfill our constitutional roles. I also appreciate Madam President, and the Chairman of the Council of the Institute here in Nigeria, and the Chairman of the Conference Planning Committee for finding me worthy as a special guest of honor on this memorable occasion. Once again, I heartily commend the management for organizing this all-important event. On behalf of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, I wish you all successful deliberation. I now declare the 2024 Chartered Institute of Logistics Transport Nigeria Conference and annual general meeting open. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, the Chief of Defense Staff there, General Christopher Musa, OFR. Thank you. Let's continue to give the support necessary to the armed forces of Nigeria as they continue to protect the territorial integrity both on land, sea, and water. Please, a round of applause again for our special guest of honor. All right. Don't forget, please, the book that has been unveiled, that is Securing the Future of Transportation and Logistics in Africa. It's only 10,000 Naira, not 10,000 cedis, not 10,000 pounds, just 10,000 Naira. So please feel free, meet any of the members of the CILT. They'll give you a copy. You can buy more than a copy, to share. Well, it's all about transforming the transport and logistics business in Nigeria. So as a stakeholder, please spread the word and buy a book, okay? All right, we have come to the end of the opening ceremony, but I won't be the one to give the vote of thanks. I'd like to welcome the Chairman, CILT 2024 Conference Planning Committee, Professor Kayode Oyesuku, FCILT.
Distinguished guests, my colleagues, fellow ladies and gentlemen, I want to stand on the existing protocol in doing this particular exercise. You wouldn't mind not following a specific order to say thank you to all. The special guest of honor who left the podium not quite long has thanked everybody, recognizing the role of the individual. And because he has done my job, I don't think I have any other thing to do, just to say thank you, Oga, for doing my job. Then I'll just go and sit down. However, right, I want to thank him also for finding time to be here with us. General Christopher Musa, thank you very much for being here. I equally want to thank the international president. There is a misnomer when he was called Emeka, if I could hear that. Actually, the name that was given to him for being in Nigeria is actually Chukwu Emeka. Our brother Chief Etete, thank you very much for being here. Then the international secretary, also, we cannot give the international president a Nigerian name without also customizing that of the international secretary. And by the board, by the power that it is conferred on me, she is now to be called Amina Sharon. Thank you. Thank you for actually being here, joining us since Sunday. I want to thank virtually all that have made one contribution to the other. I want to thank especially Dr. George Banjo, our guest speaker. We have tried to look for a guest speaker across the globe, but Dr. Banjo's name keep reverberating, being somebody who has also traversed every continent of this world. Dr. Banjo, thank you for your presentation and for being here. All those that give the goodwill messages, particularly represented by the president of Cilt, Dr. Shegun Obayendo. Thank you very much, right, for being here. The people that are so concerned about the dynamism between Cilt and CILT have been on this particular project for some time. Particularly the Lagos branch have called upon us to see what we can do. Cilt president, I want to assure you that something will be done. I want to thank also most especially the members of the governing council of the Institute for the support that they have given us. I want to thank the board of the trustees. I want to thank my fellow colleagues in the Institute for the support that they've given us to organize this. This is one of the most successful of the organizations that we have. Our target was to have 350 participants. On note, we have had close to 580. It is actually not the doing of the members of the planning committee alone. It is the efforts of everybody. The members of the local planning committee, headed by Dr. Onwadi, I equally want to thank you so much. The members of the central planning committee, I also want to thank you so much. One thing that makes the success for this year a little bit extraordinary is because we have 3 different sets of generals that are there. We have the generals who are real generals from the Nigerian army, right? Those who went to the army school to be trained. We also have the second group of generals. Those are the generals who are neither police, army, but they are generals in their own rights because they command some segment of the troops that keeps up going. The third group of the generals are the generals of the women, headed by Madam President herself. Right. Finally, I actually want to thank one person that has made things humanly possible. The interactions that we have had in the last 9 months or so, particularly the decisions to host this conference in Abuja, that particular person is no other than Madam President of the Institute. And I want to invite Madam President to please come on the podium, right? The members of the planning committee have consulted fellows of the Institute and members that we should do something that it is special. And therefore, we have resolved to give Madam President a special award. The international president, please come on board. General Ibukule, who is the head of the real generals, please, you can come on board, right? And Abu, who is the head of the tactical committee. Those are the generals that don't go to the army school. But this is actually a surprise to Madam President, International President. You have this role to play.
Madam President, you are a force to reckon with. Anytime I stand by you, I'm challenged and I turn my challenges to opportunities. You always make sure that I'm kept in line and you want to change my DNA, but I can assure you that I'll keep my DNA. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a man of shorts. I love wearing my shorts. Madam President doesn't like it. That's how forceful she is when she's with me. She's my boss. Once a boss, always a boss. Madam President, on behalf of the Cilt global community, we say thank you so very much. Congratulations, and your energy drives us. Keep up the good work, and God be your helper.
That was not in the program. And a very well kept secret. It's such a surprise because I really would not think they would have wanted to do this, given the way I have been pursuing everybody like a headmistress. Can you imagine small me? I would say, Dr. Boboye, Dr. Olagunju, General Salami, and I'll be just pushing them to do this, and then they will say, Madam President, be cool. We're handling it. No cause for alarm. Prof, it's just amazing because I did not expect it. And I just want to say, everybody forgive me if I've been too pushful, but we are succeeding. We have succeeded. And by God's grace, we will keep on succeeding. And CILC Nigeria will keep growing. Is that Shalom I see there? Ah, she came late, so please stand up. That is one superwoman in the system. We should acknowledge her. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'm really, really grateful. And God bless you all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations to CILT members. Please, let's appreciate the national president, Nigeria. She deserves it. I must confess, she's a very detailed woman. When I first met her, I was scared. She's very detailed, but you can see the result. Excellence comes with a lot of sacrifices. All right. Distinguished guests will have come to the end of today's event. We want to thank each and every one of you for being here, but you know, the conference is just starting. There will be technical session, there will be tour. So explore every opportunity. Let us be people beyond documents and be practical. We don't want to see the steps that have been, stated here today left as a policy document, but we want practicable steps, and that's why you're here. So explore every opportunity. I want to use this medium to say thank you for allowing me to be your host. It's been an awesome experience, opening my mind to the scope in the transport and logistics business. We would like to have a group photograph here before we take the national anthem. No, okay, here. Please, would like the special guest. Okay, so they say we'll just have it here. Okay, we have the Chief of Defense Staff, the International President of CILT, the President, the National President, the Secretary General, President Court of Appeal, President CIOTA, Chairman CPC, Prof, we need you here. Dr. Boboye is already here. Dr. Banjo, then the International Vice President, Malam Kofi Jibril, the Director General NTA representative. All right, let's move away from their picture. Okay, after this, we'll have the Board of Directors. All right, let's have the board of directors and council members. Board of directors and council members. The global presidents, please, sir, we still need you to be part of the photograph, the next set. Okay. Board of directors, council members. CPC members, please get set, you're next. CPC members, you're next. All right, thank you very much, Board of Directors and Council members. Let's have the CPC members, please. After the CPC members, we'll have the speakers. CPC members, please. Speakers, please get set. You're next. Thank you very much. Let's have the speakers, please. All the speakers. All the speakers. Please, all the speakers. If you know you're going to be a speaker at the technical session, during the panel session, please, this is your turn. Thank you very much. All right. And just before we go, please, let's be upstanding. I crave your indulgence. Let's be upstanding for the national anthem. The national anthem, please.
Our own dear native land, though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Thy cheerful and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle, that peace becomes as gain. And through our children, a banner without stain. O God of all creation, that is our wandering birth, help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. So it's on the material made
Thank you very much. Lunch is served, and after that, the technical session will begin. Thank you very much. Please, the VIP, your lunch will be served at the restaurant. Thank you. Please, VIPs, your lunch is served, will be served at the restaurant. There's a door here to my right. Just ask for the restaurant, it's just down the hall. Dr. Nwode will lead you, all the VIPs, please. Your lunch will be served at the restaurant. Thank you.
Can you reduce? Thank you very much. Please, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I will be leading the VIPs to where they will be having their lunch. Please, all our VIPs, I'll be leading you now to the lunch area. Once again, the VIPs, please, you come with me so that we go together to the lunch area. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Please, there are books. Some persons actually are vendors who are in our midst, and they came with special books on transportation and logistics. So please feel free to explore by buying a copy. Thank you. It's just outside the hall.
Come in. Sorry. Let them start. Please, all the service points are ready. So we can break the line and just come towards this way with your meal tickets so that we can save time. Just break the line off and then we can join this queue. Another set also, you can join from this side. Just come forward with your meal tickets and you will be served so we can save time. Thank you. Doctor Aban, I'm in front of you. Hold on. VIP. Please, the rest of the VIPs, if you are still in the hall, please come with me. VIPs in the hall, please come with me. Where's Madam Bosse?
Like this, you are carrying fast. Don't go in now, because they won't hear me.
Excited. Oh, I missed this so much.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Hello. No, but she can grab it now. Give it to her now. Is that your bag? No, she's giving it. Maybe somebody kept it. Let me go to. Please go ahead. You see. Well done.
I thought we were hearing.